a kind of due process under international law,
Yes.
if you follow the provision of 51.
Yes.
But the counter argument against that is the fact that we enacted a statute, 9158, and specifically section 17, which allows us, or allows government, upon making their own determination, that perhaps it is better that the accused, in a particular case, can be now surrendered to a international organization or to even a country.
Yeah, I remember that provision is either extradition
Yes.
or voluntary surrender. So in this case, what happened was surrender.
Surrender. So
But when you
is there a
surrender,
clash? Is there a
yeah,
clash?
I'm curious. So first, just to go back, with the Rome statute, if we have withdrawn what an ICC warrant of arrest is being served pursuant to the Rome statute, then I'm a bit confused with the contention that the provisions of the Rome statute will no longer apply in terms of bringing an accused before a competent judicial authority.
Yes, so that is true. The Rome statute will only partially apply to the extent that our residual obligation to cooperate is still valid. But the rest of the provisions will no longer be applicable because we are no longer parties to the Rome statute. So the warrant of arrest, its validity, and our obligation to honor it continues because of 127. But 59 no longer applies.
Is that do you agree with that view?
No, my view is that you cannot be selective. If you want to apply the statute of Rome because you are still obliged, then you apply the whole thing. So to me, there is a violation. But as I said, the ICC doesn't care if there is a violation as long as it is balanced against the need to prosecute. So they will disregard that. In fact, they cured it already. Under the rules.
Yeah.
They have the rules also, more than 127 sections. Under the rules, they can cure it there.
There is a this is super helpful because I haven't read the rules of the ICC, so they have a way to cure. So if there's a violation of due process in the either custodial state or the home state of the accused, the ICC court can cure
Yes,
any
they can cure.
violations.
They can cure the violation. That's why they said, are you the one, man? And of course, it's yes. Were you informed? Yes.
Yes.
Kasi nga dyan, ginawa. Eh, yun na dapat dito ginawa eh.
Dapat nasa
Oo,
Pilipinas.
dapat.
Just going back to touch on another topic that related to this. The habeas corpus case is now filed.
That's what exactly what I was going to ask about, which is perfect because we have a justice of the Supreme Court. Yeah.
It's pending in the Supreme Court. There's a habeas corpus filed by the children of President Duterte.
Yes.
There's an argument that it is no longer, it's already moved because he is already there in the Hague. Therefore, what's the point for a writ of habeas corpus? And there's also an argument saying that number two, well, writ of habeas corpus only applies if the person is illegally taken away. And you have to show to the court why he was taken away and show his body to the court. Now, in this case, they're saying, but he was surrendered validly, pursuant to an agreement with the Interpol. And then again, he is now in the ICC. So, what is your view on that as far as the habeas corpus cases are concerned?
Okay,
Gulat ka? Di ka nagman, sanay, tapos limpyo, basta limpyo, kung ilo, hindi, gulat tayo, tapos limpyo, at sa kagkadalan.
first of all, it's not muted. This habeas corpus case simply because we can no longer return the former president because he is already in the hands of the ICC. So habeas corpus will not lie because it's supposed to be to return the body.
Yes.
But there's also another dimension of habeas corpus, which is the legality of the surrender. And that's not muted. The court can rule on that. On the legality, my opinion is that Section 17 of Republic Act 9851, which provides that in case someone already being investigated by an international tribunal, the Philippines may surrender such person. But the last sentence says, pursuant to treaty obligations.
Yes. Yes.
But in this case, since we withdrew, are you saying that the basis could still be
Yeah.
the Rome statute? What is the analysis
That's
here?
it. So, is there still a treaty or not? If there is no treaty, then you cannot surrender. Because the surrender under Section 17 must be pursuant to treaty obligation. Now, if there is still a treaty, then you have to follow the treaty, which it says Article 59, bring first to the local court. So may violation talaga.
I know this discussion is
Yeah, it's
very
very
interesting,
interesting.
but and definitely will continue. So before we proceed with these very interesting discussions, let's take a quick break and our program continues when we return.
Yeah, eat your first. Yes, come here. Here. Tina.
Welcome back. You're watching Abogados. And before we continue with this very enlightening, very instructive, at talagang marami din ako natutunan, maski na abogado na ako, mas na-remind ako sa mga pinag-aralan ko dati sa college ko.
We never take up ICC rules.
But not
That's why-
ICC.
Yeah, that's why I think
Correct.
Sit down.
This is really something
Yeah,
new,
this
no?
is something.
Sit down.
But I think, partner, we have to tell our audience, of course, because the way we this program
Sit
is,
down.
of course, presented to the public is that there's going to be a debate. But unfortunately, the debate did not happen because former Senator Balitang wasn't able to join us today because she had to attend to really something very urgent. And of course, we understand that, but definitely, Senator De Lima, you will be with us next time. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
But you know, Attorney Mike, what I'm very pleased about with this discussion is Justice Adolf is actually presenting two sides.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Two sides of the
we
coin.
don't need a debate because just presenting both sides based on
I'll go
what's
to work
provided
now.
in